Good morning. Welcome to another exciting edition of the American Canadian Racing League. I'm your host, Joshua Lee Jaguar. Oh, man. And of course, we got Bulldog and Clemson in the house again, back again with us again. I am very excited with these 9 weeks left of the regular season before we jump into the playoffs. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you hadn't. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And this is also sponsored by K&K Diecast Community. Check them out on Facebook. It's K&K Diecast Community. Oh, man. Last week we was at Pocono last weekend. Man, that was a heck of a race, wasn't it, y'all? Alrighty, your stage 1 winner from Pocono was Hangover, followed by Bean, Simon, Bruce, Clemson, Rogue, Julian, Tar Heel, Jaguar, and Bulldog. Stage 2 was Hangover, Bean, Jaguar, Simon, Tar Heel, Bree, Bruce, Clemson, Rogue, and Julian. Your final results: Hangover got the win with Bean, Tar Heel, Jaguar, Bree, Simon, Julian, Rogue, Bruce, Clemson, Bulldog, and Paul. Tonight we roll into the Great Michigan International Speedway, where it's going to be the battle of the 3 manufacturers, Chevy, Toyota, and Ford tonight. And after this, we will be 2 weeks away from the first Bristol dirt race for the American Canadian Racing League. In 2 weeks after this week, we'll be going to the Lone Star State for the 72-ounce stake as the trophy next Sunday night at 8 p.m. So y'all don't want to miss the action on this. As of the playoffs start heating up, we are going to be fighting for playoffs. That's right, guys. Playoffs are among us with 9 races to go. So, guys, hold on. That is actually a good question, actually. I am going to pull up the playoff scenario right now as we speak. Alrighty, your playoff picture as we go into tonight's race. 2,064 points for Hango Rico with 2,010. Tar Heel and Dilly, 2007. Bean, Metallica, all 2007. Jaguar, 2005. Hoffman with 202. Bree and Simon. Well, Bruce and Simon round out the top 10 in the playoff standings as we speak. You win, you're locked into the playoffs with 9 races left in. Now, points as we go into the points scenario. All right. Later on, we will be talking about the who needs to get in and who's possibly would be looking in if the playoffs started next weekend. All right, your points as right now. Hangover's got 899. Tar Heels got 818. Jaguar 7032. Bruce with 674. Simon with 582. Clemson with 571. Rogue with 528. Bulldog with 520. Julian with 507. Rico with 459. Dilly with 430. Bean with 168. Paul with 164. Metallica with 119. Bree with 110. Tonight will be a hundred race laps here at Michigan. Let me double check this right here. Yeah, so it's 100 laps here in the Great International Great International Michigan Speedway. Alrighty, guys. Last week we was at Pocono. Tempers were flaring a little bit. But going into tonight with, as of right now, y'all, Clemson, as of right now, Clemson is only, let's see, is only 11 points out. All right. I mean, it's going to come down to that last race of the regular season for the playoffs. I mean, the scenarios are running through everybody's heads. Everybody's trying to push their cars a little bit more. And tonight, being Michigan, this goes for both of y'all right here. With Michigan, you can go 4 wide here, but the ones that are like Bulldog, Clemson, Simon, Bruce, what's their point of view for the next 9 races right here? Clemson, what do you think? What's going through everybody's head right now, especially the ones that are right there fighting for that last 9th and 10th playoff spot right there, and you're the one that's looking in right now. How do you? This is actually coming to you right here. Like I said, you're only 11 points right there between you and Simon. What do you have to do to try to get ahead of that 48 car right there in these next 9 races? What's your game plan from now until the regular season ends? Alrighty. Are you? Yeah, because this is going to be a track that is going to be known for holding the draft. But I mean, one bad race in these next 9 races will cost you trying to get into the playoffs. And I mean, that's what everybody's looking into. If I have one bad race from now until Kansas, you're not going to be able to make that points difference up right there, because you got. I mean, everybody else is looking at the different scenarios going in for these next 9 races. It's right. For Bulldog, for example, I mean, Bulldog is on another game plan. He's got to try to get that win right there. And I mean, if the scenario can go either way right here, the people that are looking in, if one of them gets a win, that knocks Simon out. That really knocks Simon out. And then that will only have one more person to clinch that last playoff spot right there. I mean, is that these? All right, Clemson, you're the one that's looking in, and you got 4 other drivers looking in too. That one win between among the 4 of y'all right there to get y'all self locked in, that would only leave one playoff spot right there. What is I mean, as a whole, in general, looking at different drivers, the ones that are not locked in, what's your mindset like if you was one of the other drivers right here? Is like, what would you think they would be trying to do with these next 9 races? Either try to get on with points or try to get themselves locked in by a win. Exactly. I mean, I could think of different scenarios to go through right here, and I mean, it's like both of y'all said. You win, you're locked in, and I mean, I can actually see somebody actually getting in on points if we don't have another winner from now until the end of the regular season. But if that came down to the scenario right there on getting in on points, that leaves 2 spots open, and that means like Clemson and Simon. That's a prime example right there because them two are the ones that's fighting for that last spot to come in. And if I was Simon, if I was both of these drivers right here looking in, I'm going to start with Simon. Simon's got 11 points on you, Clemson. If I'm Simon, I want to stay ahead of you right here in the points. I want to try to get the maximum points and stages and try to finish ahead of you. And try not to cost anybody else a shot to get into the playoffs. I mean, there's 2 different scenarios this could be played out right here. For you, if I was you right now, I got 2 races circled right here. Bristol Dirt, that is a good track for that number 22 car going in 2 weeks. And also another good track, Talladega, here in the next 4 to 5 weeks from now. If I was driving the 22 and I was in his situation, I would have Bristol Dirt circled, the Bristol race circled, and Talladega circled because that's the 3 good tracks that's coming up for the 22 car. And I mean, the 22 has shown speed, but he is lacking the consistency and the being patient. And I mean, Pocono, prime example in the first stage right there, finished 5th right there. He knew he was efficient. He knew he was right there. He didn't get nervous. He didn't back down. And I think that if the 22 car was more up in the top 5, he wouldn't be in this type of situation saying, now it's crunch time. And I would not have to be in that situation right there. It was also the 3-race suspension hurt you right there, too. The reason why you're so... That's the reason... I mean, the 3-race suspension hurts people because you don't get no points. You're losing points right out the darn bat right there. But it was early in the season. He comes back bouncing with a lot of stuff going on. He bounced back. He's back right there in striking distance. 12 points out. Now, I mean, if I was him, like I said, I would be like, okay, It's crunch time. Gloves are off now. Can't play nice no more. Still got to be respectful, but I'm not playing nice right now. My game plan is to get myself into the playoffs.
Emily! Sorry, but I need to put it down. I can't.
So.
Bring me a Baby Yoda towel. What? Bring me a Baby Yoda towel.
Right. And, all right, Clemson. Going into tonight, like I said, there's different scenarios going on. Who would be that driver to stand out tonight among, like, Simon, Bruce, yourself, Bulldog? Who's that driver that you are going to pay attention to try to be on their A game tonight? That's right there at the bottom of the playoff spot right there. All right, Bulldog. Who's the one that you're looking at for tonight to push that envelope tonight going into tonight's race? The one I see that is going to bring their A game is tonight, and I hate to pick on him right now, even though he is in the booth with us right now. I hate to say that 22 car that's going to be up there. He's came so. I'm picking on him. He has came so far on these mile half tracks now. He is actually finally understanding how to better adjust these cars in the long runs, and it's showing at the right time. This is where it's going to be. This is where you want to be shining right now, with 9 races to go before the playoffs start right here. And all the other playoff drivers are locked in. It's just that the last 2 spots the last 2 playoff spots are crucial. Either you get on with points or you get in with a win. And that's going to be the main key for these next 9 races. And like I said, everybody's got one track circled in 2 weeks. This is when we go to Bristol. People has ran the Bristol dirt, knows what's going to happen. They know this is a crucial and key part of this scenario right here. And I can literally be the one to vouch for this one right here. The drivers that are the ones that got this track circled is Clemson, Bulldog, Jaguar, of course, because Jaguar, every time we go to a short track, Jaguar is up in the front on these short tracks right here. You cannot count him out right here, no matter where they go to. You cannot count that number 19 car out. Yeah, last time he's seen Victory Lane was in Vegas, but that 19 has been consistent and been biding his time, slowly working his way up in the points. And right now, that 19 car is scratching his head right now because he's got the top, he's got Bean, Metallica, Drine. He's got all these other drivers right here around him, and he's scratching his head right now, I believe, trying to figure out what do I do now, because the 19 looks strong. He hadn't been able to finish the he has not been able to finish the picture yet to try to get that other win, but it bites certain drivers. It's biting certain drivers, like the 9 car. He's won the first race, and he's not been back in victory lane yet. You got the 4 car, you got the 1 car. They seem to do lane right now. And Hangover, he's on a different cloud right now. He is literally on top of everything right now. He's on cruise control right now. But the driver I see not making the playoffs is, and I hate to say this right here, I see that 48 car not making the playoffs in 9 races. I do not see that 48 car making it this year. Prove me wrong, he won't make it. Because I'm going to go ahead and say this. That 48 car will not make the playoffs this year. Will not make the playoffs. Simple as that. It's either you win or you get locked in the points.
Alan, no, sir.
All right, as of right now with points, you have to be able to finish ahead of Clemson and Simon. You are, let's see, 582 minus 582 minus 520. You are 62 points out right now. But you have to finish ahead of Rogue. You definitely got to, like I said, you got to finish ahead of Simon, Clemson, and Rogue. You're 61 points out right now. And that's what's really hurting some people right now is the playoff picture right now, because it's going to change after tonight, and that means it's going to get, the numbers are growing every week right now with these 9 races. And I can see the 22 getting in on points if Simon has a bad race for the next 9 races. I see that 22 car getting into the playoffs right there. But the question is for both of y'all, who do y'all see not making the playoffs right now among the Simon and Clemson? Who do y'all see right there in that little small picture right there? Who do y'all see not making the playoffs right now? Bulldog, who do you see not making the playoffs right here, especially with these 2 drivers at neck and neck with 12 points, with a 12-point difference right here? Hey, the only way that 48 car will be able to make it, it will be a win right there. That's the only way he gets into the playoffs right there, is a win. And I highly doubt with this right here. Let's see, hold on. I got to go back. I got to look at I got to go look at the schedule right quick. Alrighty. After tonight, we'll be at Texas, Bristol Dirt, Walker's Glen, Homestead, and Talladega. In 5 weeks, we'll be at Talladega. Then we'll be at Bristol, the Bristol race, Road America, and then we'll be back at Michigan for the. We'll be back at Michigan. Then Kansas ends the. I've got to double check this. Yep, then Kansas will start the playoffs right there. So the season finale ends at Michigan. I mean, you do good at Michigan tonight, you're definitely going to be doing good again. We'll be back here again at Michigan again. If you do good tonight, you're going to do better at the next go around. I mean, that's the way. Go right ahead. If you stay efficient and you finish fifth, I mean, you can actually mathematically get into the playoffs because you're only 61 points out. That means you have to finish consistently fifth places. You have to finish fifth all the way till Michigan to secure that last playoff spot right there. And there is different scenarios that's going to be played into this right here. And I mean, like for Clemson's the 22 cars got to finish ahead of Simon in the next 9 races. Like I said, there's good tracks coming up for the 22 car. If you place higher than 50, then you're going to gain more points. It's just that you have. The playoffs. The points is you have to. If you're going to get them with points, you got to get caught. You got to play catch up right now in the point standings, and 61 points out can be made up by being consistent, finishing in the top 5. Placing top 3. If you finish top 3 throughout the 9 races, you're going to gain points on them slowly. And that's why it's going to come down to that last race at Michigan in 9 weeks. But alrighty, this is my favorite time. By the way, y'all. This will be a fuel mileage race tonight. I'm sorry we were getting caught up in the playoff scenarios. But tonight is 100 laps, like I said. Let's see. Hold on. What was my... I know you got 22 laps of fuel, so you got to be consistent right here. It's going to be coming down to another fuel mileage race. But this is my favorite part of this show right here. It's Rackham and Stackham, where we pick stage 1, stage 2, and the overall race win. Oh, let's see. We went on Clemson last week. I'm gonna go with Bulldog for the first round. Stage 1, stage 2, overall race win. Stage 2. In the 48. Yeah. Yep, he's in the 48. All right, who's your overall race win? All righty, Clemson, stage 1, stage 2, overall race win. Stage 2. Overall race win. All righty. Stage 1, I'm going to go with Hangover. Stage 2. Dang, I hate to do this again, but Stage 2 is going to be Hangover again. Yeah. Overall race win? I sure in the hell ain't picking me. Let's see. Dang. Overall, I've got to say it's going to come down to, and this is the hardest one I've had to choose right here. I usually can choose quick on this one, but dang. I don't see the 48 car winning tonight. Nah. I don't see that 2 car winning. Nah. I do see that 45 being up front. Yeah. Oh, man. Do I see that 19 being in top 3? Yeah. Do I see that 9 winning tonight? Nah. The 22 would be up there. I hope he is. Metallica. Nah. Sorry, Metallica. Nah. You're not winning tonight. Do I see that 1 car being up there? Nah. I gotta go with Hangover. Dang it. I've been saying nah. You know whose game it is? It's Hangovers right now. Yeah, that's whose game it is right now. Is that 5 car. I got to say that 5 car. And I mean, he's going to sweep the entire race right here. I can't choose any person better than him. I mean, I don't see the 19 being up. I see the 19 being up there, but the 19's going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat for the night, because I mean that 19 runs good here at Michigan Indian always. So but guys, it's been a hell of a good season so far. Like I said, we got 9 races to go. Next week we will be at Texas. Then the following week we will be at Bristol Dirt. Man, that's the weekend of the day. Well, actually, it's the day after Thanksgiving. Actually, shoot, we got Turkey Day. Then we get the race that Sunday night. That's actually gonna be a fun race right there. Having a full stomach right there, the leftovers. Man, I don't think everybody's going to be able to race that damn night then. But, guys, thank y'all for showing. If y'all hadn't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like. We will be back here again next Sunday morning at 10:30, along with the other 2 Stooges. I'm Joshua Whitmire, a.k.a. Joshua Lee Jaguar. We'll be back with Bulldog Clemson again next Sunday morning to update you on the playoff pictures, the darn regular points, the update who won tonight. Till then, guys, we will see y'all next week.